Alrighty then, back once again for another reaction. This time it's Once Upon a Time, Season 3, Episode 10. Continuing my marathon immediately after recording my reaction Episode 9. Because after Let's Play, how could I not want to play the very next episode? Like, come on. So we're going to be heading back to Storybrooke and a whole new story is going to start, but not really, because we're still dealing with Ban and as I said, the newly developed characters are going to be interacting, and then all the characters they're bringing back are going to be interacting with Storybrooke, and so we might get some more interesting stories happening within Storybrooke, but we've also going to have this Henry but not really Henry thing running in the background. So I guess this means unless we're going to get a look inside Pandora's box, or if Henry comes back to us soon, we're not going to be seeing Henry for a while. He's just going to be in that box, just waiting for us to release him. But until then, we get to see Henry's actor put on a very convincing Pan impression. And like I said, I'm very impressed. The mannerisms, right down to Let's Play. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, yeah, this is going to be one of my shortest intros ever, because this needs no introduction. Like, I've been on a marathon. Like, you know what this is. This is Once Upon a Time. This is amazing. I'm having the time of my life. I'm going to watch more episodes. Let's play. As I was saying, clever. Like, Once Upon a Time's writing has felt very on point and tight this season, with all of the directions they've been going with this stuff. Like, this as a progression feels like a very good reason to re-invoke the curse. Because, like they say, this perfectly fits with their whole theme of never growing up, and this would preserve Pan even if he were to get his body switched back, because time has stopped. Like, unless somebody came along like Emma did in season 1 to make time run again, but as Gold has just said, without anything special woven in, it's gonna be a full strength curse. So wow, making this a new Neverland because of freezing time, that's really clever. I can't believe how clever this really is. This is amazing. It just makes me wonder how we can possibly get ourselves undone from it. Unless are we going to eventually re-involve the whole, Aurora Mulan group? Could they be a possibility? I was very surprised that they just straight up killed off the Blue Fairy. Now, obviously, the gaps between watching some of these Season 3 episodes makes me lose some details that happened way earlier, but, like, have we seen someone get their shadow taken out and it didn't kill them? Or was that just Rumpel, being the Dark One, being able to remove his shadow so, he could be immune from some of Pan's security measures and stuff like that? Like, is it just because he was the Dark One that he could survive that? Is that it? But so I guess having your shadow ripped from you kills anyone who's not that powerful. So what, was the actress leaving? And so they were like, okay, well, we can kill you in this cool way, that kind of thing? Or did she just happen to get killed off like organically, because it'd be interesting if that was the case, because it seemed like such a random pick. Though I guess in essence that would also be why it would happen to her, because it was somebody who you would call quote unquote expendable in terms of the larger cast. So, but still a shock. Oh, by the way, this character 86th. Like, they're just gone. Bye. Like, they've done this before, but it's like, because they do it sparingly, it's always a whoa when it happens. But I like that. It keeps you on your toes. Like, oh damn. All right. Yeah, as I said before, I'm really glad that the whole deception thing didn't drag on too long. There was some tension, there was some misunderstanding, Emma being suspicious of something, but people slightly brushing it off. Everybody just wanted to wind out from the adventure they just had. There were convenient excuses for the way Henry was behaving, and there were convenient reasons why people would think that Emma was overreacting or meaning something that she didn't actually mean. It all made sense, but it was all resolved like in a timely manner. Nothing ever felt dragged out, which is very important. And I feel like everything was as snappy as it needed to be. And as I said, the acting between Henry and Pan and their actors respectively having to be each other, fantastic. And Pan continuing to be a great villain. This is what I've liked about Pan. There's been no deterioration in his credibility and his charisma as a villain whatsoever throughout all of this. He has been one of the highlights of the show for me, let alone this season. Like, oh my gosh. Like I said, he is filling the role that season 1 Regina filled, in being the one always smiling and being one step ahead and always being the one with the retort and stuff like that. Like, it's the kind of stuff I've come to absolutely love and adore from the show. It's the show's bread and butter. But Pan really feels like such a solid stand-in for that feeling of the first season. I've really enjoyed everything he's brought to the table. It's been really good. Yeah, I quite liked the interaction between Neil and Hook. Hook's like, you know what, I don't really think this is going to go much of anywhere, so I'm going to stand off for now, give you a chance to actually rekindle. And, basically the things he was saying line up with his philosophies on having good form. It's like, look, you know what? I'm not going to make this a competition. I'm going to back off. I'm going to let you have your shot. And then if it doesn't work out, I'll have my shot. But I like that in the meantime, as was correctly sussed out by Tinkerbell, he's just going to get his fix elsewhere in terms of the physical side of things. It's something he's very well acquainted with: sailing, drinking, and laying. So if he wants to go out and get a lay, that's just what he's going to do, except when they're smart enough to see through see through the facade that he puts up. I like how she's like, I do have a bit more class than that. Oh my goodness. Wow. The Medusa thing I thought was really good. I really enjoy when mythology creeps into these things, as well as all the fairy tales and stuff like that. The whole typical how you fight the basilisk Medusa, you show them a reflective surface, they turn themselves to stone, yada yada yada. That was really cool. And I really loved how they drew the parallel between the lesson that Snow had to learn and Emma's thoughts in the present about never having a day off. I do like how the parents were pretty much laughing, like, we went through this exact same thing, and we had a whole flashback about it, and that's great. Yeah. I am so on board with the direction this season is heading right now. I really am. This sitting down to marathon these episodes today is promising to be the best decision I've made in a long time. I'd have been kicking myself if I'd have taken another long break between these episodes. Oh my gosh. Now, I might do one more tonight, or I might end it here. I assume we'll find out by whether or not my t-shirt changes. But yeah, having a blast. I really want to watch some more. But until then, I shall see you guys next time.